These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
I'm Craig McKee with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. Tracking the latest in our wildfire watch, the Dragon Bravo fire has now burned more than 130,000 acres. Containment still sitting at 13% as crews work around the clock to put this mega fire out. If you are impacted by the wildfires and you live in Page, for instance, the Southwest Area Complex Incident Management Team 2 will be hosting a meeting today to update us on their progress. If you'd like to attend, it will be at the Cab Auditorium at Page High School. It starts at 6 p.m. Tracking multiple other wildfires burning in our state, ABC15 getting new video from the Billy Fire in Gila County. Murphy Ranch residents are being asked to evacuate the area as the fire burns more than 3,000 acres there with 46% containment. To Central California, where the Gifford Fire has now burned nearly 84,000 acres. That fire 9% contained. In southwestern France, wildfires there are turning deadly. Officials say at least one person has been killed and 11 people injured as thousands of firefighters battled the flames there. The National Weather Service sharing some safety reminders on what to do during a heat wave. Make sure you stay hydrated, of course. That's the top priority. Also, take breaks in the shade if you're working outside or doing activities outside. If you are going anywhere in a car, don't leave the kids or the pets inside. Remember, always look before you lock. Lastly, if you are inside, check on the elderly, anyone who is sick, or anyone whom you may know who doesn't have access to air conditioning. As a push to lower drug prices continues at the federal level, Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs is taking action of her own to help cut costs for Arizonans. We were there as Governor Hobbs signed an executive order to join a nonprofit group of 5 other states that offers discount cards for up to 80% off generic drugs and as much as 20% off name brands.
The action we're taking today will keep money in Arizonans' pockets, create pathways to health and well-being, and restore the Arizona promise for families across the state.
The program will be free to all Arizonans and won't cost the state any taxpayer money, she says. It's operated by member states who work together to negotiate prices. Changes coming to the VA. On Monday, the Department of Veterans Affairs announced it is extending authorizations for veterans in the community care program for 1 year, meaning veterans will continue receiving uninterrupted medical services for 30 different types of standardized care, including cardiology, dermatology, and mental health. Prior to the announcement, veterans receiving specialty referrals had to be reevaluated every 90 to 180 days.
From what I've heard from other vets here, that there's a boatload of paperwork that has to be done. You got to see specialists, you got to get referrals, blah, 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 blah. It's not like your primary care doctor says, you need a new knee. Go get a new knee over here, which is how it should be.
Veterans can see a private health care provider if they meet certain requirements and the VA is unable to provide timely or sufficient care. A new football season is kicking off with fresh menu options for the Cardinals there in their 2025 football season. The Cardinals, along with craft culinary concepts and local vendors at the stadium, are ready to tackle your hunger with their latest culinary plays here. The stadium welcoming in some new vendors here, some Burros, Chicago Doghouse and Wine Bar, Humble Bistro, and Chef Peter's Mediterranean, among others. The team is excited about the expanded food options, and they're already anticipating some taking the fan base by storm.
We have another sweet item. That could be the viral item this year. It's a big red velvet chocolate chunk cookie churro.
Oh, wow.
So we have a spiral churro, and we topped that with a big red velvet chocolate chunk.
All of it looks delicious. You can grab your first taste of the new offerings at the Cardinals' first preseason game on Saturday.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens. We are still under this extreme heat warning all the way till 8 p.m. on Friday. Temperatures are absolutely sizzling. We've got records in jeopardy. And tomorrow, our forecast high of 118 degrees is going to mark one of the hottest days so far this year. The record is 112, so that will easily be broken here tomorrow afternoon. We'll start things out in the 90s, hit 100 around 9 a.m., 112 already at noon tomorrow, and 115 around 6 6 p.m. Again, an extreme heat warning in effect. No chances for storms. We do expect a few more clouds and maybe some storms on out to the east tomorrow, but our valley forecast will stay dry throughout the day. Here's the next 7 days here for you. Temperatures also above 110 on Friday. The record, though, is all the way up at 116, so that one at this point looks safe. We're going to slight chance of isolated storms through the weekend and then potentially do another record-tying day on Monday with a high of 113 here in Phoenix.